YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video. We're going to be talking about minicamp day 3, the final day of minicamp before the guys go on their hiatus right before training camp. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Let's get straight into today's video. So we have some news to talk about along with the minicamp practice. Got Warren Sapp news, he was at practice yesterday. Got Terry news, and we also got training camp news. There was a couple of you guys that DM'd me on social media and asked me when was training camp going to be taking place. And at the current moment, I didn't know, but we got the official word today that training camp will be held from July 27th to August 18th. And I believe it's going to be in Ashburn. Obviously, fans are going to be welcome. We're going to have an open practice August 6th at FedEx Field. And, of course, you know your boy's going to be there. So if you see me, if you run into me and you want to talk to me, man, come up to me. I'm a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be fun to see all the fans out there. And, you know, last year was a movie. I was there last year. It was fun. Some new names got made out there, like Torrey McTire. We didn't know who he was, but he made himself a name out there, and it was really, really fun. This year's probably going to be even better because we have a way better team. Everyone wants to see Carson Wentz. Everyone wants to see Jahan Dotson, you know. And shout out to the people that actually put the whole event together. They may have some other fun stuff for us this year. Remember last year they had the fireworks, so it may be some other stuff in store for the August 6th practice this year. So that's the quick update for the training camp, 27th through the 18th of August, and free practice, or not a free, free practice at FedEx Field, August 6th. And you know it's gonna be just how like they did last year. Now, let's talk about yesterday's practice. So we had a special guest at yesterday's practice. Warren Sapp was there, and he was giving the defensive linemen some tips and whatnot, some tips and tricks, and then that caused up a whole stir because, as we know, a lot of us do not like Sam Mills. I haven't heard anybody say anything good about Sam Mills. Obviously, it's not that we dislike him as a person, but as a coach, we don't feel like he's that good. We don't feel like he gets the best out of our defensive tackles, defensive linemen, I should say. And of course, Warren Sapp, Hall of Fame guy. He was one of the best at his craft, one of the best to ever do it. And when he was showing Deron Payne, John Allen, all these guys the tips and tricks, that a lot of people were like, hey man, why not have Warren Sapp be the new D-line coach? You know, that would be fun. That would be great. But I don't think he's going to want to be a D-line's coach, man. I think this is just a little one-time thing where he just likes stopping through different practices and training camps and dropping some knowledge on these young players here and there. But I don't see Warren Sapp being a D-line's coach. Now, if that happened, that would be crazy. If I'm Ron Rivera, I would have at least asked him to, but you know, he probably isn't going to do that, and if he did, Warren Sapp probably turned it down. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like you know, being a coach, it's a lot. It's a grind, man. You really never have a break. On season, off season, you're grinding, and I'm pretty sure Warren Sapp loves the life that he's living now. He can be free, and he can just pop up at different people's practices, different teams' practices here and there, so he doesn't have to be obligated to really coach nobody. As for Sam Mills, man, I hope he took a lot from it. I hope he learned some things, man. I really, really hope we can find a new D-lines coach next year. But you guys know how Ron Rivera is. He's very loyal to his coaching staff and players. So it seems like Sam Mills is going to be here for the near future. But it was definitely fun to see Warren Sapp at yesterday's practice because, again, the young guys like Deron, John, Chase, all those guys got some knowledge from whether you were practicing or you weren't, in the case of Chase Young. And then you move on to the theme of the minicamp. First of all, I gotta say, hats off to the people that put the stuff together, the people that like come up with the themes for the team, like the Rage Room where they did a little schedule release thing, and then this theme of the little baby age and whatnot, I really digged it, man. You know what I'm saying? How old you are, and they were like, they grew up so fast. You had Tressway at circle 9, you had Jahan Dotson circle 0, and Brian Robinson. It was cool, man. And I have to say, if it ain't one thing that this new regime hasn't got right or has got right, it's the themes, man. It's the creativity that they have. I really mess with it. Now, let's get to today's practice. So it wasn't a lot, like I said. It was the last day of minicamp before these guys go in their hiatus right before training camp. But you did have some footage of Jahan Dotson catching passes. You had some footage of Carson Wentz catching some or throwing some passes to the tight ends. And as you can just see, it was a chill, nice little day. Everyone just working out and really just going through the final minicamp before their day off. Carson Wentz definitely had an interview, sit-down interview with Julie Donaldson too, where he was just talking about how Jahan Dotson he's a young guy, but he comes in and he's already like, he's kind of like a veteran, because you know, with rookies, man, you develop at different rates. You have some guys that come in here and gets it right off, and you have some guys that work, you know, have to work, and they eventually get it like year 2, year 3. Terry was a guy that got it just like that. Same with Jahan Dotson. Again, it's only OTAs, it's only minicamp, but he's a guy that just gives off the vibe of knowing it like that. He's NFL ready just like that. And that's what he was coming out of college. They said he was the most NFL ready wide receiver. And you are seeing that. And again, I know it's only OTAs, but you're seeing that already. 4-year receiver, 4-year player at Penn State, graduated from Penn State. So again, I'm excited, man. As you guys know, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Jahan Dotson pick, but anybody we pick is gonna grow on me, and I'm gonna love, because this is my team. And I'm really excited for Jahan, man. My expectations are through the roof for this guy, and I cannot wait to see Terry, Jahan, Curtis, and Carson Wentz in that offensive one out there for the most part, because you know we may be missing Logan Thomas and whatnot. Now, I want to talk about the tight ends. Like I said, Carson Wentz was thrown to the tight ends today, and you have Cole Turner and you have John Bates and all the rest of the tight ends, right? So talking about Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas said that he wants to be out there week 1, but he isn't going to, you know, rush it. If things aren't right, he isn't going to rush it. He's just going to sit until things get right. I don't think Logan Thomas is going to personally be ready for week 1, because as we found out, he didn't just tear his ACL. He tore his ACL, he tore his meniscus, and he tore his MCL. So I don't think he's going to be ready for week 1. So what that means is we're going to be relying heavily on John Bates and Cole Turner. And me personally, like I say this in every video, I'm more high on John Bates than a lot of you guys. If you don't know, Cole Turner was already my favorite pick coming out of this year's draft. And now you pair him up with John Bates, I'm cool. Like, again, yes, it's not the greatest tight end group, tight end tandem, but I'm cool. If those are our two tight ends that we have to work with until Logan Thomas comes back, I'm cool. Like, you have a tight end that can do it both blocking and passing, and then you have a pure receiving tight end in Cole Turner. I'm cool. You know, Cole Turner's another one of these guys. Yes, he made some rookie mistakes, but he's another one of these guys that we're going to rely heavily on, man. And I think he's getting it. Yes, he has some learning curves, and that's with like every rookie. But I think he gets it, man. And I'm really, really excited to see what he has to offer. Antonio Gandy-Golden with the tight ends too. Again, he may not make this roster, but he has a better chance of making this roster at tight end than he does at receiver. And yeah, that's that. Now, moving on to the last part of today's video, we're going to talk about Terry McLaurin. The Terry McLaurin contract updated. Terry McLaurin contract saga continues. So apparently, Washington has made a major step in offering Terry McLaurin a contract. Now let me pull up the actual post here so I can give you guys verbatim of what they said. So apparently, McLaurin talks infestated. Commanders are implying the effort to sign star wide receiver to a long contract deal. And then here's the full article. The Washington Commanders are reportedly amplifying their efforts to sign wide receiver Terry McLaurin to a long-term contract extension before training camp next month. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported the update on McLaurin, who skipped the team's mandatory minicamp this week, Thursday on Get Up, saying the Commanders value this guy in a big way. I'm told that Washington has infestated their efforts to try to get a long-term deal done with him. Fowler said he sat out minicamp. This sort of sparked more talks. They sort of been upping their proposal. Nothing imminent yet, but this could get done even this week. Definitely before training camp is Washington's plans. So that is per Jimmy Fowler's tweets of ESPN and or article of ESPN. And again, I'm comfortable. Like I said, when he set out a mini camp, I wouldn't panic, but I definitely would keep my eye on that. But Ron Rivera basically shot that down yesterday, where he came to the podium and said, we're not trading Terry McLaurin. We're not trading Terry McLaurin, and that was big because there were some fans out there that thought we were possibly going to trade Terry. He was going to ask for a trade. There were some mock trades out there. I saw Terry in a Colts uniform, and it was just, it was so bad. But again, you see guys like Deebo Samuel wanting out. You see guys like DK Metcalf. You see guys like A.J. Brown getting traded. You see guys like Christian Kirk switching teams. You see all the new changes. Devontae Adams to the Raiders. All this new change, and you're thinking, oh, what is our guy Terry going to do? Terry's going to get paid. You know, we're just slow with our negotiation process. Same with Jonathan Allen last year. We got him done right before training camp. So that's where I think Terry is going to get his new deal done, guys. That article right there kind of let me at ease, and it should leave you at ease too. Now, I don't know if it's going to get done as soon as this week. Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch. But if that happens, that will be great, because then now we have a smooth offseason until training camp starts. So yeah, man, there you have it. Just a quick little update video. This is the last day of minicamp, and these guys are going to go on their hiatus. We're not going to have no Washington news until training camp. So this is where I'm going to need you guys the most, to comment down video ideas to carry us up until late July, man, because we're not going to have much news until July 27th when training camp actually kicks off. So let me just think about this video in the comment section down below. As always, me boy Juangotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Help to Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. I'm out. Peace.